Hey everyone, what's going on? Today I'm excited to tell you that the developers brought back the test server for another big update. In this video, I'll be going over all the major details you need to know about this update's patch notes. So with all that being said, let's get started. The test server will be available from July 10th, 8:30 p.m. to July 16th, 1 a.m. So anytime in between now and July 16th, 1 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, you're able to play on the test server. The first change they added is the weapon damage balance. For this, I'll be summarizing the basics for each of the weapon types. Feel free to pause it if you want to look at the weapon damage individually. First, all the pistols were buffed by quite a bit of damage. This should make them much more viable options in the early game situations. Now looking at the assault rifles, all the 5.56 weapons were decreased in damage. They pretty much did this to kill the M4 meta and make other weapons like SMGs more viable in certain situations. For the shotguns, both the double barrel and the pump action were decreased in damage. Now looking at the marksman rifles, we can see that they buffed the Mini 14 and the VSS, but they took damage away from the SKS. They also added a brand new marksman rifle called the SLR. I'll be going over the weapon a little bit more later in the video. Now looking at the SMGs, these are the buffs I'm most excited for. All of the SMGs except the Tommy gun received higher damage output. So now we should be able to see SMGs being able to compete more with assault rifles at close range. Finally, along with the SMGs, both LMGs were buffed in damage as well. Now I'll be going over the weapons in a little bit more depth. From reading the patch notes, it says all recoil on SMGs has been greatly reduced, as well as the time to aim down your sights has been decreased. Both of these changes are going to make SMGs very good to use. Now looking at assault rifles, we can see along with decreasing their damage, they also increase their reload time, as well as increasing the vertical and horizontal recoil for every assault rifle except the AKM. Now with the DMRs, it states that all weapons have increased recoil. They also increased the DMR spawn rate, as well as allowing you to attach both sniper rifle and assault rifle attachments to them. Now finally, for the sniper rifles, the M24 was decreased in damage from 88 to 79. They also made the M24 a ground weapon instead of a crate weapon. So now instead of only finding Kar 98s on the ground, you can find M24s as well. Now that I went over the guns, let's go over other item balances. Level 3 helmets now only spawn in care packages, and one is guaranteed in every care package. The spawn rate for AR extended mags has now been reduced. The adrenaline syringe is no longer found in care packages, but is now found on the ground. The time to take the syringe has also decreased from 8 seconds to 6. And the cheek pad and tactical stock's main purpose now is to reduce ADS speed. The next thing in the patch notes is the new weapon, the SLR. The SLR can be found on both maps and is a DMR that uses 7.62 ammo. The clip size can hold 10 bullets, and with an extended mag it can hold 20. It also states that recoil control is the key to using the SLR effectively. Next up is the new vehicle added to Miramar. The Murado is a classic muscle car which can travel at speeds that are faster than a bike. Next on the list is the new attachments. They added a new attachment for the shotgun, as well as new grips for all the assault rifles, SMGs, and DMRs. There's also two new scopes, the 3x scope and the 6x scope. You're able to find these alongside all other loot that spawns in. I'll be making a video very soon going over which grip is best to use in certain situations, so make sure you look out for that when it comes out. It should be within the next day or two. The next thing in the patch notes is the throwables. The grenades, stun grenades, and Molotov cocktails have all had major changes to them. This image right here does a great job of showing how players are now going to react to both frag grenades and stun grenades. They also changed the weight for all throwable items. The main changes for Molotov cocktails is that now the damage has been increased and the fire can now spread further along wooden floors and objects. The next major thing is the swimming adjustments. It is now very hard for players to stay underwater very long without taking damage. These new changes to swimming will negatively affect the players that like sitting in final circles in the water. Next up, they added a marker that allows you to see the flight path of the plane in the beginning of the game. You are now also able to change the shape of the reticle for a red dot sight. You can do this by pressing RB, then up or down on the D-pad. You are also able to change the color as well. Finally, we also got some performance updates in this patch. I'll let these sit on the screen as I go over some things about the channel. First off, I wanted to go over my top 10 series. If you don't know what this is, then let me explain it to you real quick. In this series, I let you guys send in your best clips to me so I can put them into a video. The video would contain 10 clips of similar footage shot by you guys. In the comments, the viewers will get to choose which is the best one, and the winner will be featured in the next episode of the top 10 series. So if you have any clips for me, make sure to send them to either my email or gamertag. Both can be found in the description below. The next thing I wanted to go over is my upload schedule. Recently I haven't been uploading as much as I normally do, but starting right now you should see a lot more frequent uploads from this channel. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell on. Finally, if you found this video helpful, I recommend you go check out my 7 advanced pro tips video or my best controller settings video. Both videos have seemed to help out a lot of players. Well guys, that's going to be it for me. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.